Hello there. Yes, hello there. Hello there. Welcome to another exciting show on the ball with Dendairy. I'm Charles CNN Mabika, and first things first. Hey, listen, if anybody tells you that the COVID-19 pandemic is over or it's slowly ebbing out, they are lying to you. Please, it's still with us. So keep masked up, keep sanitizing, and do go for the vaccination if you haven't done that before. Please do that because COVID-19 is real. It's still with us. And the only person who knows when COVID-19 will be over is the one up above, the Almighty. He is the only one who knows when it's going to go away. So please, COVID-19 is still with us. Yes, like always, we've got the competition for you. We've got winners that will be announcing shortly. We've got plenty of stuff that you've asked us to include on the show. And without any further ado, yes, he's here. Let's say hello to Zimbabwe National Under-23 head coach and Dynamos Football Club head coach, Stanza Tonderai Ndiraya. Stanza, yes, you're still with us. It's good that you're here again for another show.
Oh yeah, thank you CNN, and thank you viewers. Good evening to you. It's always a pleasure, CNN, to be here. And I wish we could be on this show, on this exciting show forever, you know. I also
because it goes right around the world, doesn't it?
Right around the world. I also wish that this ravaging animal, the new variant, will not disturb us to have some fun here on the show.
Exactly.
But otherwise, I'm really excited to be here, and I also want to urge our viewers. We want to be with them every week, and I want to urge them to get vaccinated.
Yes.
Get vaccinated.
Exactly. Very important.
And
very important.
Always follow the WHO protocols. It's important. It's important for us. It's important for the show. It's important so that we are always together on the show every week.
Exactly. Right. We'll be having fun as always. But let's go straight away to the winners from the last show. Is the three questions. Of course, the main one is the Dendairy yogurt buster, where if you get that one correct, I must tell you, we've got thousands of entries every time from all over the world. And listen, don't despair if your name doesn't get called out. Keep on doing it, keep on trying, because one day it's going to be your turn. The Dendairy yogurt buster is the main one, where you get a double hamper from Dendairy. And then, of course, question number 2, you get a single hamper, still delightful products. And then number 3, another delightful hamper from Dendairy. So the winners from the last show, here they are. Congratulations to the main one, Tatenda Gwenure. Yes, Tatenda, you got that question correct. Yabo was the correct answer for Nesbet Saruchera's nickname. And then question number 2, congratulations to Previous Mhloro. You got it right. Manchester United is the club that Bruno Fernandes plays for. Manchester United is Tonderai Stanza Stanza's team. And congratulations to Pray Matesango. Yes, I think Pray, you must have prayed, because your name is Pray. And I think he must have, he or she, we don't know, must have prayed to get that answer, to get picked up for the answer, which was who are Zimbabwe's reigning league champions. You got it right, FC Platinum. And that delightful hamper coming his or her way.
His or her way. You said pray.
Pray. It's P-R-A-Y.
Not E-Y.
It's P-R-A-Y. It's a P-R-E-Y. Right, so those are the winners. Congratulations. Right, let's go straight into this week's main one. That's the Dendairy yogurt buster. Get ready for it. And remember, for you to qualify for the prize, you have to go onto the Dendairy Sports Facebook page. And this shows Dendairy yogurt buster coming up right now. Right, I'm sure some of you are already rushing there, because if you don't know, if you've got no idea, but if you look closely, there's a giveaway there. There's a giveaway on that Dendairy yogurt buster. So once again, if you didn't get it, the question that is, we're not going to give you the answer. Stanza is not going to give you the answer, but I did say, just have a look again. There's a giveaway somewhere there. We try to make it easy, and here it is once again, the Dendairy yogurt buster. Which Herentals College football club player is nicknamed Chopper? Which Herentals football club player is nicknamed Chopper? If you think it's A, Tino Tenda Benza, the exciting youngster from the students, well, just go on and say A. If you think it's B, Blessing Majarira, who is one of the three captains, they rotate their captains. If you think so, just go there and say B, Blessing Majarira. If you think it's C, Wilmore Chimbetu, just go there and type Wilmore Chimbetu. But Stanza, we try to make these questions easy, and this particular one has got a somewhere there, somewhere. But we can say it. Let's make it more fun.
It's fun, CNN, and I would really love the Dynamo supporters, the Highlander supporters,
yes,
FC Platinum, Ngezi, Cape United supporters to answer this.
That's right. Yeah.
Just to test their knowledge, if they know our local stars.
Yeah, exactly.
Or it's a scenario where they only know their players, which we don't encourage.
Exactly.
We want them to know their stars.
Exactly. See, the other, like Stanza was saying, the other point for the Dendairy yogurt buster and the other questions where we include local staff is so that you get to know about our local game as well. It's no use knowing more about European, South American football and not knowing more about Zimbabwe stuff. It's pretty more important to know more about Zimbabwe stuff. Right, the other two questions will be coming up in the upcoming segments. Right now, we're taking a teeny weeny break and we'll be right back.
The story of how Dendairy gets from our farms to your table starts right here at the very heart of Zimbabwe.
In the center of the country, beyond the town of Kwekwe, lies the Zimbabwe and Bembazon Dam.
These dams provide the fresh, clean water that is pumped daily to dairy farmers in the area.
The water irrigates the lucerne fields that our cows graze from, fills the troughs that they drink out of, and supplies our factory with water.
This pure fresh water gives life to our farms, our factory, and our people, as well as to the town of Kwekwe.
Which is why the Kwekwe farmers help build the Bembazon Dam to ensure the townspeople always have all the clean drinking water they need.
I know where my Dendairy comes from. Right here in Zimbabwe.
Welcome back. Yes, get cracking on the Dendairy yogurt buster. Right. We did say at the top of the show that the COVID-19 deadly pandemic is still with us, and we got to be cautious. We got to take all the preventive measures, sanitize, mask up, get vaccinated, and read all the literature about the new variant that's causing havoc all over the world. We encourage you to do that. I'm saying that because some of the premiership games in the country have had to be postponed due to COVID-19 cases at some clubs. And one of those games was on Sunday, should have been tomorrow, should have been played was Dynamos were going to play Cranbourne Bullets. I was looking forward to that one. I was going to go and watch that one. Dinamo Dimbare were going to take on the Hurricanes, Cranbourne Bullets, who were the surprise team of the Chibuku Super Cup, if you remember, until they were knocked out narrowly by Ngezi Platinum. There should be 2 fixtures tomorrow, and those fixtures are Bulawayo Chiefs hosting FC Platinum at Luveve Stadium, and Harare City hosting Yada Stars, the Miracle Boys, at the National Sports Stadium. But like I'm saying, it's not anybody's fault. The PSL might need to postpone that one. Might be maybe tomorrow morning or whatever. But as it stands now, those 2 games are penciled in. But Dinamo Dimbare were set to play the Hurricanes Cranbourne Bullets tomorrow at the National Sports Stadium, but that one has been postponed by the Premier Soccer League. And Stanza, I'm sure that came as a disappointment because you were really looking forward to that one. Huh?
A huge disappointment, CNN. You know what really happens in football? When you lose a match, like we did in Triangle,
yes,
you quickly want to, if it were possible, you would want to quickly organize a game the next day.
All right.
Yeah, so that you win and forget about the
last game.
Yeah,
you lost
so
the last
we were really looking forward to this match.
Yeah.
We were going to play at home. Of course, we were going to play the surprise package of the league in Cranbourne Bullets. They did well in the Chibuku Super Cup. And now you'd expect that they will carry the same form into the league. So we really wanted to atone for the defeat in Triangle and, against Cranbourne Bullets. But that is not going to be the case. And you can imagine that we are going to live with the agony or with the disappointment for, I don't know, until when, Yeah, so our supporters are an impatient lot. So each time when you meet them on the streets, they're always talking about that defeat.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
So you want to quickly get over it by playing the next game and win it. Look, very disappointing situation and something which is out of our control, which is out of anyone's control. It's a difficult animal, CNN, to be honest, and you don't really know how you can really control the beast, but. It is what it is, and we have to make sure that we follow all the protocols that are required so that we safely return to the game. We hope that after 7 days of quarantine, which is the minimum time given to those without symptoms, we hope that our players will test negative and we can be allowed by this animal to go back to doing what we know best.
Yeah, sure. Let's keep praying to the Almighty. Like I said, He is the only one up there who knows when this animal, this ugly beast, this ugly, horrible beast, COVID-19, will go away permanently, we hope. Right, we're still talking about Tonderai Stanza Ndiraya's now other team, right? The Red Devils, Manchester United. If you remember the last time, we were asking you to get to talking to us like you always do on the Dendairy Sports Facebook page. We asked you, who did you want to be appointed as the interim manager? And a lot of responses actually came to say, no, we don't want him as an interim manager. We want him to take over permanently from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But well, what happened is that the German national Ralf Rangnick was appointed as the interim manager until the end of the season. And then they're going to settle for a permanent, well, let's say a full-time manager then. And the name that is being thrown around is a guy called Ten Hag. Yes, Ten H-A-G. That's his name. He is currently the head coach at Ajax FC in the Netherlands. And we really don't know. It hasn't been officially confirmed. But Rangnick is in charge now. And we wanted to find out from you. And wow, thank you so much. The responses came from all over the world. And there were names, a couple of names there. But Stanza, I remember from the last show, I asked him who he preferred, and he said he preferred Zinedine Zidane, not only to be interim, but to take over his full-time manager. And, well, after all those names, like I said, there was one popular one, most popular name that came out from all you viewers, from all you subscribers. And here it is. Zinedine Zidane. That was Stanza's choice as well. And well, Stanza, there were names like Mauricio Pochettino. Some actually wanted Jose Mourinho, the special one, to come back. Yes, and some went for Michael Carrick. Did well as an interim manager. Some went for Brendan Rodgers, currently the Leicester City manager. But Zidane was the most popular choice.
Was the most popular choice. Yeah. Look, most popular because of his CV, because of what he has done of course, with Real Madrid. Some might argue that, look, he has only coached Real Madrid, so it may be difficult for him if he changes the environment and coach Manchester United. But I'd say that on the basis of him having coached big stars like Cristiano Ronaldo, Paul Pogba, and all, and then of course his track record is there for everyone to see. He's a winner. He has won so many titles with Real Madrid. He could bring the same mentality into the Manchester United changing room. But all the same, that wasn't to be. The board chose someone else, whom I think is also a very respectable figure. But if you want also to look at his CV, he hasn't won much, you know, in his coaching career. So he's someone who is looking to winning something with Manchester United, and it all now depends on how the players are going to respond. Respond to his philosophy, of course. And if my memory serves me right, he is also one of the avid believers of the heavy metal football, the one which is being played at Liverpool by Jurgen Klopp. So, but the big question now is he going to bring in players who are going to suit that philosophy? Because you can't impose your philosophy on players who cannot play that philosophy. So it's a philosophy first. You put a philosophy and then shop around for players who can fit into your philosophy. And heavy metal for me means playing with a lot of intensity.
That's like
whether you're marking
deep purple,
exactly,
funk, railroad,
all the time, whether you've got the ball or you don't have the ball. So it's really a difficult philosophy which requires players who can fit into that philosophy. So I hope he can manage through the whole season and get some respectable results. But going forward, it's unfortunate that he's just going to be there for 6 months. You never know after 6 months what will happen. Though he's got an option of staying on as an advisor. So you'd want to think that the position being taken by the Manchester United board is of the heavy metal football. If this guy is going to stay on after 2 years, so that means he's going to help whoever the manager is going to be there to play that style of football. So we wait to see. But my choice was really Zinedine Zidane. I would really have loved Zidane to be there, and I know all the players were going to have a lot of respect for him. They were going to play for him. Every player likes to be coached by a legend. Zidane is a legend in his own right, and all the players would have really played for him. But this guy what's his name?
Ralph Rangnick. He's from Germany.
Rangnick is an experienced coach.
Yep.
You think that maybe the players will respect him basing on that fact that he's experienced. He's been in football for quite a long time, and he can be able to handle any different characters, and he can be able to bring back the respect that the team deserves.
Right, and talking about Manchester United, they'll be kicking off away to Norwich City shortly. That match kicks off at 7:30 p.m. tonight, this evening. So they're at Carrow Road, and the last time they were playing, they played Crystal Palace under Rangnick, and they won by 1-0 to nil. So let's see how they shape up against Norwich City away. Once again, 7:30 p.m. is kickoff this evening. Right, and now time to get cracking again for question number 2, and this time, we want you to tell us whether it's true or false. So your answer just says true or false. And here is the question. True or false, Real Madrid play in the Spanish La Liga? Pretty easy, eh? True or false, Real Madrid play in the Spanish La Liga? So get cracking for that prize, the delightful hamper from Dendairy. And right, remember the last show, we gave you my top 10 Zimbabwe Exports, where we were, I compiled. It was difficult, I did tell you. I compiled the players from number 10 down to number 1 who I felt did go out of the country, whether in Europe or anyway, and really excelled, played well, exceptionally well. And what did they achieve there? Did they go to the European Champions League, to the whatever? What did they do to the domestic cup? I know it was very difficult, and we've asked you to come up with your 10. And yes, thanks so much, because you are really talking to us. Tonderai Stanza Ndiraya, we asked him, and he's just come to say, hey, CNN, yes, I will come up with the 10, but it's proving to be quite difficult. So he's still working on it. He's still working on it. So, right, the last show, we gave you my 10 to 6. Now, here are the other 5, the second 5, from number 5 to number 1, my top 10 Zimbabwe exports. So there it is, my top 10 Zimbabwe exports. It was all about what did they achieve when they went outside the country. What did they do for their team? Did they join a big team? How did they perform at that big team? And so on. A lot of factors in there. And Stanza, the last 5, or should I say the top 5? My choice is the 5, Ja, C, Costa, Namwe Nesu, for Muchina Wemajuzi, and Suku Zonke, number 3, Peter Ndlovu, The Undertaker, number 2, Benjani, and top of the crop, the jungleman, Bruce Corbin.
Bruce Corbin.
What's your thoughts?
Quite interesting, CNN. Quite interesting. No doubt about the jungleman. Even when I do my top 10, the jungleman is on top.
Oh yeah, you've already revealed your
one,
number one.
Only one. So
Okay.
Undisputable
All
one.
right.
But I think the other four are quite debatable.
Okay. Right. No, it's sure.
Number
sure.
Peter and Benjani. You know,
Okay.
Peter and Benjani.
That's right. It's up to you.
You know, sometimes people tend to use feelings, more than anything.
That's right.
else.
I tried not to do that.
Not to do that.
Yeah.
If you had done that, Peter was going to be number 2.
I didn't say it. He said that. Is that true? I'm not saying anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think it's a
undisputable
good one.
number one.
It's a good one. Number 1, undisputable. Number 2, Benjani. He played for one of the biggest teams in England. I mean, it's not undisputed.
Also played for Auxerre in the Champions League
in
France.
Did well in the Champions League. So something which our beloved former captain, most decorated player in Peter Ndov never achieved. So I think Benjani deserves it. The jungleman deserves it, and all the other players in the top 5.
Mapeza played in the Champions League as well at Old Trafford and ended up against your team being voted as the man of the match.
As the man of the match. So so that in your top 5 is good for
Spot on. All right. Okay, thumbs up from Stanza. I don't know whether a thumbs up from you as well, but listen, keep them rolling in. Your top 10 Zimbabwe exports, and we'll pick. Well, you might be one of the lucky ones that will pick and spread it out for everybody to watch. Yes, that's how exciting On the Ball with Dendairy always is. And yes, we're not going away, not yet. So relax, but stay rooted because we'll be right back.
I know where my filled with goodness Dendairy comes from, right here in Zimbabwe.
Our cows are fed on sweet lucerne pasture.
Looked after by dedicated farmers from Kwekwe, Gweru, Bulawayo and Beatrice.
Our farmers and the thousands of people employed to look after Dendairy cows deeply care about the welfare of our animals.
We know that healthy, happy cows produce the most and best milk. We want Zimbabweans to drink fresh, healthy and nutrient-rich milk.
So that we can grow strong and smart.
The story of how Dendairy gets from our farms to your table starts right here on a farm in Zimbabwe.
We are still rolling and we are still drinking. Oh, wow. Some pretty cold milk from Dendairy. You must try that. I know you've already tried it. Those products, the yogurt, the juices, you name it. All of them delightful from Dendairy. Right, let's give you our last question, number 3. Question number 3. So get ready for it and get pounding. And question number 3 is, which country will host the next African Cup of Nations finals in January? Which country will host the next African Cup of Nations finals in January? That's going to be pretty easy. I'll give you a clue. It's not Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe won't be hosting it, so that's a clue that I can give you. So let's see what you will come up with there. Pretty easy. We always try to make it pretty easy. Now, yes, on the show, we always give you something extra. We've got plenty of exciting segments. Your big stars in their small ears. A lot of that. And we always get you back down memory lane and relive highlights from a great game. So what we're going to do, we are taking you back to 2013, where the Mbada Diamonds Cup semi-final took place. This one was at Mandava Stadium. It featured Iboso Highlanders taking on the Sunshine Boys, Harare City. The other semi-final was between Caps United and How Mine, who had the surprise package of the tournament. I can tell you that How Mine did go on to beat Caps United in the other semi-final and went through to the final. But who did they meet? I don't want to spoil it in case you say, you want to sit back, relax to find out who went through to meet How Mine in the 2013 Mbada Diamonds Cup final, because Iboso Highlanders took on the Sunshine Boys, Harare City, like I said, at Mandava Stadium, and what a thriller it was.
Highlanders Football Club stormed into the finals of the Mbada Diamonds Cup with a never-say-die performance that saw them come back from behind twice in normal time before sending the match into penalties. On a day of pomp and fanfare, Harare City supporters first swept the streets of Zisharane as a charitable cause, and as early as mid-morning of the day, you could feel the big match atmosphere gripping the smiling town. At the stadium, the Zisharane community, together with traveled supporters of both sets of teams, responded positively to fill up Mandava Stadium, and the sponsors' initiative to take football to the people certainly yielded desired results.
You could see it was like as if we were in National Sports Stadium, it was as if it was in Baba Field. All we are saying is let the fans benefit. Let good quality football be exhibited.
On the pitch, the match started at a crackling pace, and no doubt it was Harare City who enjoyed a better share of the proceedings, with a superior midfield that revolved around the artistry of skillful Silas Songani. Ironically, it was Highlanders who should have taken the lead after just 4 minutes when Simba Mambare set up Stocky Njabulo Ncube, whose shot came off the left upright, with the Bege Ncube shooting feebly into the arms of the keeper from a follow-up. Harare City then opened the scores 12 minutes into the match from a Songani free kick that whistled past a 4-man Highlanders wall and a bemused Mnyarazi Dia in goals for Boso. It would take Highlanders only 4 minutes to draw level from a goal-mouth scramble, and with City defenders struggling to clear Simba Mambare's shot, it fell gratefully onto Ncube's path, who directed it home for Boso's equalizer. More spectacular play was still to come, and in what could easily be the goal of the tournament, City regained their lead with a booming strike from Kraibeti Muvuti that flew over an unsighted deer. Highlanders refused to budge, and before City celebrations were over, Boso were square again, this time from a penalty awarded after referee Hadlin Dazi, well positioned to follow action, judged that Simon Munawa had been brought down unfairly in the box. Indeed, slow motion replays confirm that Munawa was in the box and Dazi stood by his call. Goalkeeper Dia then took responsibility to beat his counterpart and bring back Highlanders to level terms at 2-2. In the second half, both teams appeared to have eased the foot on the accelerator, so much cautious play to match the pace exhibited in the first half, and as such, the goals of the first would not reign in the second. Perhaps Highlanders could have stolen one on the 57th minute when Lukoma Simba Mambare struck with his weaker left foot, but goalkeeper Nyampane Dengu had answers to the task. Highlanders man of the match, if not of the tournament this far, Mnyarazi Dia then kept his side in the game with a suicidal save as City began to run rings around the Boso defense. It then finished 2-2 at full time, and the two teams then went to the lottery. Boso must have been at a disadvantage as their midweek plan had been focused entirely on wrapping up the match in regulation time.
To be frank with you, we'd never even practiced penalties. We have been practicing penalties from the time that the season started. This week we never practiced any penalties.
Highlanders were first and substitute, and Mthulisi Maposa settled the nerves of his team with a rising shot to make it 1 in favour of Boso. But City were back in it following another comfortable strike from James Jem. It was 2-1 in Boso's favour after Pegimpilo Ncube sent Nyampane Dengo the wrong way, but the stubborn City came back to level with a rising strike from Willard Kalongodo. Impressive Boso left back Bruce Kangwa then restored Boso into a 3-2 shootout lead. But Harare City held their nerve once more with Dixon Crispin sending Dia the wrong way to make it 3-all. Jabulo Ncube or JB or Chigi then sent a rising shot to the roof of the nets to make it 4-3 in favour of Boso in the shootout. And this time their keeper Mnyarazi Dia took off his gloves and faced Harare City's David Kuchikauripo with bare hands. Those that are superstitious suggest that Kuchikauripo should have taken the penalty on bare feet as well, as the City defender saw his shot saved by Dia to hand Boso a 4-3 initiative. At that stage, Highlanders needed to score once to bury the game, and their best player on shore, goalkeeper Dia, again took the responsibility and squeezed his shot past Nyampane Dengo to send his multitude of travelling fans into ecstasy. After the match, Boso coach Kelvin Kaindu was full of praise for his shot stopper.
I think he has been a darling. I think he has made us to be where we are, despite team effort, but even as an individual, I think he's done quite a lot. You could see he went to take a penalty before he even went for penalties. He saved the penalty and he converted the last penalty. It shows that he's got so much confidence and the belief, and he's always improving and doing fine. He was a last-minute inclusion in the team. He was not 100% fit, but we thank God that he made us to be where we are today.
Sala Songani was voted man of the match and presented with his sparkling shield as well as $500 in cash. Songani has been quite a revelation at Harare City and said that their team lost it when they failed to seal the match in regulation time.
90 minutes. Machanza atangowana borero varangopera. But sine yazvo tafulaki zvinowanika.
His coach, Big Boy Mawiwe, also felt that the game slipped through their grasp when they failed to wrap it up in the 90 minutes.
It's unfortunate we lost after playing so well. We did very well. We started controlling the game. We should have buried this game in the regulation time, but all the same, when you don't score, you get punished.
It was without doubt a semi-final to cherish, plenty goal-mouth action, an appreciative crowd. What more could you ask for?
I think thina njengama-sponsors bekukuhle kakhulu kithi. As you remember, we promised and we sacela ku-PSL ukuthi bayenza ama-games abe $1, and to us it was like ukugcwaliseka kwesifiso sethu njengama-sponsors ukuthi amabhola lawa kunga-benefit only ama-team ebhola, but also uZulu wonke a benefit from imidlalo yonke sizayenza.
Mbada Diamonds have certainly changed the face of Zimbabwe club football, and good news is that they are not about to stop.
Oh, there'll never be anything like the Mbada Diamonds Cup. Oh, fantastic. And you must have enjoyed those highlights, eh? So Highlanders did go through to play How Mine Chikuru Party. That was their nickname, How Mine. Surprise packages. But unfortunately, How Mine could not stand up to the might of Highlanders. They lost by 3-0 in the final. But that semi-final stanza, great names there, you know, Becky, Pilo, you know, with these somersaults after scoring, you know.
We used to call him Baka.
Yeah, right, you know, and great names. David Kuchikauripo, diaspora, of course. He missed the penalty, but great.
Oh, yeah.
He's still around.
Max
The goalkeeper.
Nyampangedengu,
Oh, yes.
The two
The two
goalkeepers,
are still active, eh?
They are still
right.
very active.
Mhm.
Munyara Zidia is now at Golden Eagles in the first division.
In the Northern Region
While
First Division.
Max was still going strong.
Yes, at Harare City.
He had at one point, at some point, he had resigned.
Yep.
Yeah, he was now concentrating on goalkeeping coaching.
Okay.
But when Zivanai Kawadza came with Lloyd Papaloza Chitembwe to Harare City, Zivanai convinced Maxwell to start playing again.
Yeah, right.
And he's still going strong.
That's
So
right.
He's actually guarding the goals for Harare City now.
Yeah, great. But you see, that's what the show is all about. Down memory lane, we take you back, and you can talk to us through the Facebook page, okay, and request whatever you want. We will dig it out from our files and bring it to you. Yes, now from the Mbada Diamonds Cup. I don't know whether the Mbada Diamonds Cup is going to come back. I wish it will come back. It would come back. What a tournament. What a tournament. But from Zimbabwe, we are crossing back to Europe to talk about the UEFA Champions League. It's now down to the last 16, where the draw for these last 16 will be done on Monday, the day after tomorrow. And, well, as you can see, those are the last 16 there. Now, what we want to find out from Stanza is which last four does he think, those who are going to go into the semifinals, and ask him as well, who's going to win it? But, well, listen, I don't know. If you're thinking, I'm thinking,
my team is
Manchester
out.
United, are they going to be there? Wow, Stanza says Manchester United. He doesn't think they reach the semis. So, very interesting. So, let's find. Who do you think out of those 16?
Yeah, Bayern Munchen
right.
is a very strong
Looking
team.
Very good, eh?
Very good. They humiliated Barcelona.
Yep.
And then I still think Chelsea will be in there.
Chelsea.
Yeah, they will be in there. They still look very strong. Manchester City, of course. I still think there can also be a big challenge. And I'm putting my head on the block on Carlo Ancelotti's Real Madrid.
All right, Real Madrid.
Yeah, Real Madrid.
You think they'll be there?
Yeah, I think Carlo is quietly doing a very good job there, and they could be back in the reckoning there. So that is my top four. CNN for now. So
do you want to for now? Yeah, okay. We'll just ask you to stick to your top four.
To the top four. So PSG, Bayern, Chelsea, and Real Madrid.
Very interesting. Who do you think? You know what? I think it's going to be very interesting. The draw is on Monday, and but you're still free right now to talk to us and pick your top four. Yes, on the Dendairy Sports Facebook page. Pick your top four. And I know there's going to be thousands and thousands of responses from all over the world. And there'll be a lucky dip. And we can, on the next show, take the maybe 4 or something, 4 subscribers. And, well, for a moment there, you will be famous on TV, isn't it? Because, yes, this program, you can also get it on ZBC TV. So you'll be famous on our Facebook page right now and on ZBC TV. Right. Okay. Yes, so we are still here, and what we're going to do now is bring you the funny bit. Now, take heed if you are an active football player or any sport that you play. Take heed. Here's a word of caution. You see, if you don't completely trust your first aid team, the ones who rush onto the pitch and give you attention and so on and so on. If you get injured and you don't trust them, so just tell them when you get injured that, no, I don't trust you and I don't want you to put me on the stretcher. I will hobble off or whatever, because this is what could happen. Stanza, has that ever happened to you when during your playing days? Has it ever happened to you?
It has
never
happened.
happened. You're lucky,
but very lucky. But look, you've got to be careful.
Yes.
Even when you are injured, you've got to be very careful when you get onto that stretcher.
Exactly.
The same could happen to you.
Because football, like all other sports, is a dangerous game.
A very dangerous game. You could pick another injury. By
being dropped there. So you get double injured. Well, that's what we give you here. Double thrills, double hampers, and double everything on the ball with Dendairy. Well, that's just about it. It's always a pleasure when we have Stanza here on the show. And Stanza, we look forward to seeing you again and hope that the games resume pretty soon.
Hope so.
With this ravaging animal.
I hope so, CNN. Hope so. We just pray that we will continue with the games. But otherwise, it's been a pleasure being here with our lovely viewers.
Yes, all over the world.
They can keep supporting the show, keep answering the questions.
Yep.
I was going to give them a clue of the last question that you gave of the AFCON.
All right. What clue is that? Which country will host the AFCON final?
The AFCON final.
What clue?
I was in that country.
And now, that's not really a clue, eh? Stanza has been all over. So which one? Which country? Right. That's just about it. We are all over. And yes, we thank you for always tuning onto the show. That's just about it from the team behind the scene here. And of course, from the Dendairy family. Yes, remember to take care of your loved ones and each other. I'm Charles CNN Mabika. Until we meet again, it's bye-bye for now.